Hello Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. A battle I had quite a while ago against a person in my stream named Cleo, and Cleo here is bringing an incredible NU team. Now, this is one of the rare times in my stream where I pretty super over tier my opponent. You know, like I said, this is an NU team, I'm using a UU team. The reason for this is mostly because in my stream, I'm so used to seeing like OU teams and other UU teams that, you know, on a regular basis, I just bring a UU team so I can compete with, or I bring a UU team, excuse me, so I compete with OU teams. So when someone surprises me by bringing NU, typically over tier them. I don't like doing this, but unfortunately it happens sometimes. But typically I wouldn't show me beating an NU team, but this team is so cool and they played so well that they deserved to go up on YouTube. So let's go ahead, we'll take a look at the teams. I've got Exploud, Metagross, Omega, Florgs, Tangrowth, and Floatzel. And my opponent is running Linoon, Lilligant, Swellow, Steelix, Avalugg, and Girder. So, a really cool looking team. Obviously, he's got quite a few really serious threats. Belly Drum, Linoon, Quiver Dance, Lilligant. Obviously, Steelix for the rock. Swellow's powerful. Avalugg is incredibly bulky, and Girder just hits really hard. So, it's a really good team. It was a really good battle, and we're going to take a look at it. So, the lead in my eyes immediately goes to Steelix. Like I said, he's going to want to set up Stealth Rocks. He's got the Sturdy, so you can pretty much sack him. So, my lead was Exploud for the Flamethrower. Unfortunately, I don't know if they just predicted that or led with just led with this, but they bring out Girder, and I'm not trying to stay in and take some kind of Drain Punch to the face. So I'm going to switch into Tangrowth. Girder makes the right play, though. He ends up going for Knockoff. Now, I don't know if I would outsped him and maybe hit him really hard with Boom Burst. I have no idea. But either way, this was a much safer switch. So now they're going to switch into Lilligant, obviously predicting some kind of grass attack. But I'm going for Knockoff as well to knock off the Focus Sash. That's not a big deal. But now I'm aware this thing's going to have like Bug Buzz, and it's going to body me with something, or it's going to Quiver Dance or something. So I have to switch out into Florgs. Obviously couldn't Sleep Powder there, so it was decided to go for Quiver Dance. It's pretty easy considering I was forced to switch unless I'm carrying something crazy. So now after +1, it's going to go ahead and use the Sleep Powder. Typically this will be really bad because on the switch it's going to be able to get to +2, but with the Omega basically being able to wall this thing unless it's carrying like a weird hidden power, same with Metagross who's Assault Vested, I'm really not worried about this. So I bring in Metagross simply because I want to save Omega for possible defogging later. I don't want it to take some unnecessary damage, even though I know like Petal Dance or Bug Buzz won't do a whole lot. I want to save him for as much as possible, and I know Metagross can pretty much handle this all day. So off the +2, it's going to go for Petal Dance. My Assault Vest kicks in here. It doesn't even do half, which is great. And off his Zen Headbutt, I'm going to be able to completely dominate the Lilligant. Lilligant's such a cool Pokemon, though, because it doesn't even get confused. You run on tempo, and Petal Dance can't even confuse it, so that's really cool. So now he's going to bring in Brazix. That's going to be his Steelix now. That's actually Brassix, I guess, not Brazix. Brassix, since it's brass. I'm just going to stay in and go for Earthquake here. I knew rocks were coming. There wasn't a whole lot I was going to be able to do, really. Floatzel has super effective damage, as does Exploud, but, you know, it's not going to help me as much as just staying in. At least I'll get damage off as he Stealth Rocks instead of him switching. So I get a couple off. He actually goes for Dark Pulse here instead of Earthquake, which I found pretty interesting. But I'll take it. Now, this turn I actually misplayed, but it worked out. He's going to switch into the boss, which is his Swallow predicting Earthquake. I went for Bullet Punch. Looking back, that wouldn't have done enough to kill Steelix, I don't think. If that was a max defensive Steelix, which it probably was, that would not have done enough to kill it. So I got lucky he did the switch there. But either way, really good play ends up being because I can Bullet Punch Swallow twice, and it's going to come in with Boom Burst, actually, which I thought was really cool. You notice there was no Flame Orb there. So not a Gut set, it's a Boom Burst special set. That's really cool. You don't see those very often, so I can bring in Miles here. I got that Bandit Aqua Jet, so I can take down the Swellow. Obviously, then that's coming. They're going to switch back into Brassix again. I kind of thought they might bring in Avalugg, but I have no idea. I guess just an easy fodder switch, and not as risky as bringing in Avalugg, I guess. I'm no idea. Anyway, goes down, so that's good enough. Rocks are on the field, though. I do have to watch out for them. He's going to bring out Girder here. Now, have you guys ever been watching one of your old battles? Obviously, I do it a lot, and had a what the hell am I doing here moment? Because I'm having a what the hell am I doing here moment. And that would be, why in sweet Jesus' name am I bringing, or am I keeping Floatzel in this battle? I have no clue. I can easily bring in Tangrowth and wall this thing all day. I can freely knock off the rest of his team. There was no downside to bringing in Tangrowth. But for whatever reason, I kept Miles in there and he died. Now, that's terrible because Swellow outspeeds my whole team outside of +1 Yanmega, and I had Aqua Jet for it, so I have no idea. Dumb move on my part, but mistakes will be made, I guess. So I'm gonna bring in Speed Freak here. I know I can, even if it's Eviolite, I know Air Slash is gonna take it out. Crit didn't matter there. Expert Belt, I'm a little too powerful for that to have mattered. So he's gonna go down, which is good. I'm gonna get my +1 boost, which is also good. Next turn I can defog. He's gonna bring in Linoon here. Now, this could have been a risky play on my part. I actually went for the defog. In the face of a potential belly drum. Now the reason for that is because I was sure that Tang could wall it anyway, no matter what the case. So he, even if he killed me, but he does go for extreme speed instead of belly drum, and I do get an easy defog off and no more rocks on the field, which is always a good thing. That's always obviously going to be the point of Speed Freak. If rocks are on the field, I try to get him out whenever possible. He's going to take the half damage. I try to get the fog off, you know, and let him die past that really. So. Now, I can bring in Tang, like I said. I'm pretty sure I can wall this basically, well, as much as I need to with Giga Drain to the big root, really, even though I'm missing my big root, but still. So I'm going to go for knockoff. That could have been a misplay. If he would have belly drummed, he would have gotten the berry first, and that wouldn't have mattered. But he does end up switching. I'm going to be able to Giga Drain, because obviously Avalug's defenses, or his special defense, isn't that good. So Giga Drain does a nice powerful chunk of damage here. He's going to go for Curse, which is really cool. I'm going to Giga Drain again because I'm still not super scared of him, and I actually end up getting a crit there. Now, the crit mattered, but I don't know what move he used. Most likely, it would have been Recover there, but I don't actually know. So, I mean, if it would have used Avalanche, I would have lived and been able to kill it, but either way. He's going to bring back out that Swellow. Now, at this point, I'm remembering that it is a special Swellow here. It goes for Air Slash as opposed to Boom Burst. That's fine by me. Does absolutely nothing to Florgs. I'm thinking it's a spec set, though. I'm not positive, but that's what I was assuming throughout the battle. Now, he's going to switch out in the Linoon, and I'm going to make another horrible play here by not switching. That switch in the Linoon was so obvious. You could switch out for free. You could freaking get the belly drum off on a switch. It was so obvious. I have no idea why I didn't switch. I guess I was just that worried about risking Tang. I could have switched into Exploud though. Air Slash wouldn't have done a crap load anyway. I don't know. Either way, I don't switch, and belly drum's going to be able to happen on the switch into Tang, which is bad because this is going to hurt. I do know that Tang can eat up at least a belly drum. He's so very bulky, so I know that I'm going to be able to live this. He goes for extreme speed. As you guys are going to see, it does only a little bit over 50% really. I'm going to Giga Drain. It actually tanks it pretty well, considering, I don't know if it was like an HP set or something, but it did very little damage considering what I thought it was going to do. Now, I don't want to stay in. I'm going to take another extreme speed and probably die, so instead, I'm forced to kind of sack Exploud here. Just let him go. And he's going down. That's bad. But I know I can live with it for the rest of the battle here. Tang's going to come back out nearly at max HP thanks to Regenerator. That's always such a cool ability. And he's going to go for Play Rough. I guess just hoping get more damage or something. It doesn't really matter either way. Neither of his attacks would have killed there. So I'm going to be able to Giga Drain one last time. And that's going to take out Linoon. Typically, that thing is so threatening if it can get a belly drum off, but with Tang on my side, you know, I can pretty much handle it. So his last Pokemon is going to be the boss. It's going to Boom Burst. There's no reason for me to switch here. Ramen's completely useless unless I live that, in which case, cool. The match would have been over, but my last Pokemon ends up being Florgs, and now it comes down to how much he does and how fast I can wake up. So he's going to go for Boom Burst here, and it does hit considerably hard. With leftovers, it probably would have ended up being like a 4-hit KO or something like that. I'm not completely sure, but either way, I was eating it up pretty well. I knew I had a really good chance to wake up in time to live, so he's going to go for another Boom Burst. It's going to take me down, and I'm pretty sure 2 more take me out at that point, and I do get the wake up though, and I do end up killing it with Moonblast. If I would have gotten a maxed sleep, that would have been pretty interesting. I could have come down to very little amount of HP there, but I think that was a 3-turn sleep overall. I wasted one trying to attack when he switched into Linoon there, and then obviously the 2 as I'm trying to kill the Swallow. So that obviously is the end of the matchup. A really cool battle. Always like facing NU teams. Typically what I like to do, if someone wants an NU battle on my stream, typically I like them to tell me they want an NU battle. So I'll make a team to be, you know, better equipped to handle it, so I can bring an NU team myself. I hate out-tiering people actually. But sometimes, you know, if they bring it and I don't know they're bringing NU, I just end up out-tiering, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So, but either way, it was a really good battle. Really respect the team. Really respect the plays that they made. A lot of really cool Pokemon. Love seeing these kind of teams, and it's always a pleasure to face people who bring such unique teams like this. But thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I do appreciate that. If you enjoyed the battle, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you also subscribe to my channel if you've not done so. I get out content as much as possible, and if you subscribe, it'll give you the fastest alerts to when I put up videos through your email and through your YouTube and all that other good stuff. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out my live stream, make sure you do so over at twitch.tv/xChrisCobain. I'll put a link in the description below. I stream 6 days a week. It's a really fun time. Every day you get a chance to battle me. You can talk to me live, all that other fun stuff. So I hope to see you guys there. Anyway, that's it for me, so I will see you guys in the next video.